Brother, stop hitting that fucking cable, man. You're driving me crazy.
Fucking inform me.
We recorded, by the way.
Shy.
Yeah, no, don't mind that shit.
Cool.
It's all good. Nah, I'll listen to it fucking many times anyway, so it's all fucking good. Start it off.
Bollocks shit. A spider on me hand. Fucking deadly.
Oh, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yo, hello, what's up everybody? We back once again, and we are continuing our fucking Reddit stories. We are diving back deep into the shit, and we're gonna see what other new things have popped down on Reddit since last week. So my name is Luca, by the way, and over yonder, across the room from me, is my beautiful friend Michael.
Gorgeous. What's the story? How are you getting on?
Very nice day outside today. It's warm. Let's not get into this.
No, we're not getting into that. We have different opinions on the weather, but shut up.
So Michael is gonna kick it off.
I'm gonna kick it off. Hold on now, Reece. Some more of this. This Reddit crack was fucking great fun the last time that we did it.
Yeah, man.
Tremendous fun. So we're gonna go again.
I love people who just get so open on the internet because it's anonymous, and there's so many good shit out there, man. It's fucking lovely.
And would you believe, for the first time probably, we are actually prepared for this episode. We did some research and we got into it. So,
yeah.
Well, I say my good friend over here did all the legwork.
This is the first premeditated episode that we ever did.
Yeah, true. So here we go. The first one that I have here is, am I the arsehole for not fighting the school to allow my daughter to do cheerleading since the athletic trainer denied her? That's gonna be controversial. I'm so tired and need an outside opinion. The school's athletic trainer, Beth, is a very strict woman. She started 2 years ago, and at the time I thought she was just being a bitch on a power trip. She was not. All she was asking for, his basic respect. That's a typo. This became really apparent when the school had a meeting about her and went through every single incident with her. They used the camera footage for a lot of incidents. Parents know that office is recorded, and it showed the kids were awful and she was professional. The kids were awful and really ended up having a tantrum when she told them no. Many times the kids calling her names, and it really made me reevaluate my opinion on her. One example for reference, one kid needed to do a balance test and take off their shoes. She had a fit and refused to do so. The athletic trainer told her that was fine, but without it they can't play. She took off her shoes and called her some lovely names, not to mention the parents getting on her ass for it. Now my daughter is a sophomore, 15. Thanks for that knowledge, because we've no fucking idea what sophomore means. And she needs to do a concussion test in the winter. If she doesn't, then she can't cheer. She knew about the whole thing and they had a practice for the thing. She gave everyone a time to be in her office. My daughter got a time and didn't go in at that time. She went in the end of practice and when she was packing up. Beth told her no, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but my daughter had a huge fit about it. Beth stood her ground on it and went home. Now she's on vacation and my daughter cannot cheer until the concussion test is done. That will probably be done in December, and so she's missing a ton of cheer events due to Thanksgiving Fest. My daughter was pissed and wants me to fight the school. I told her no. Since I saw how she acted, I asked for the footage. That is what she gets for being inconsiderate to Beth. My wife wants to fight it and both of them think I am huge jerks. He is multiple jerks. Yeah. But anyway, aside from all of those typos and being an idiot, I agree with the man. Your daughter's a little cunt by the sounds of it. A little cunt.
I don't know what the fuck is a concussion test. Are they just fucking hitting kids in the head and how many fingers am I holding up?
I don't understand why they have to do a concussion test to do cheerleading. Do you have a concussion? No. Have you had a concussion in the last 2 weeks? No. Well then, get thrown up in the air and go,
give me a D, give me a I, give me a C, give me a... All right, I got it.
So, can you give me a summary of that one? So, well, like, this girl...
Basically, the fucking cheerleading coach said the kids are arseholes, and the kids are arseholes, and this particular man's child, his kid was an arsehole, and now can't do cheerleading, and wants them to give out to the school and make them let her do cheerleading. And he said, no, fuck you should have behaved yourself. And I agree with him.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with the father on this one, because like your kids need to learn that actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Like she was not being in line, and she does not deserve to be on the cheerleading team. But this reminded me of a story that I read the other day. There was this teacher in, I don't know what country it was, but she got stabbed by a student.
Nice.
But like I'm talking 8-9-year-old kids. So
Nice.
like a fucking Chucky doll, right? Like they were fucking running around,
doll.
just going crazy. And a kid stabbed her, and they have it on video. They have it on CCTV. And the parents said that he didn't do it on purpose, even though they clearly could see that he did. And they put him right back into her class, and she quit her job. Because the little fucker tried to kill her, and her parents were like, no, my son would never do that. And they put him right back into the same class.
No. As a man with 2 kids, if my kids are doing that, that's what I like to call playing a game of fuck around to find out. You do some shit like that, like, there's people clearly in the world who are like, oh, my kid can do no wrong. Fuck you. If my kid does some shit like that, guess what? You're not my kid anymore. Out you go. To the streets with you, where you belong.
Dude,
If my son stabs his teacher and then thinks he's gonna come home and get his chicken nuggets and chips, you're fucking not. Into the bin with you. You're gone. I'm not having that.
yeah, I'm not advocating for domestic violence, but if somebody came to my house and told me my child stabbed his teacher, I'm beating the brakes off the little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you are getting the belt,
I'ma whoop your ass!
the worst ass whooping you ever got in your life, and it's only gonna get worse. Like, oh my god, like, how can you have your child stab somebody, and you're like, my son would never do that. But the worst thing is, they had a camera footage of it. Like, somebody showed you,
Yeah.
your precious little baby is, like I said, running around like a fucking Chucky doll and stabbing motherfuckers, and you're like, oh no, he wouldn't do that.
My youngest would 100% stab somebody. He's a lunatic.
Let him try me.
He's 1.5. He'll fuck you up. He'll fuck you up real good.
We're in the same weight class.
Absolutely. He's heavier than you. 100%. Nah, he'll fuck you up real good. Wouldn't even think twice about it.
Elbow to the chin, motherfucker.
He'll take it. He'll take it and carry on.
Has a concrete
Like
jaw
a
on
freight
that boy.
train. Yeah. The eldest now, he wouldn't hurt himself if he fell down the stairs. But the youngest, he'll fuck you up. He'll fuck you up real good. So there's bollocks. If somebody came in and said, listen, he's after stabbing somebody, I'd go, yeah, probably.
I believe you.
Probably, yeah. I'd 100% buy that story.
He seems like the type.
The eldest now, somebody said, listen, he did some shit. I'd go, really? Him? The little one? Yeah. The big one? No. The little one's the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, but just back to the original post that Michael read. Like, I would say 100% not an asshole.
Absolutely
Like,
not. I wonder, we should see what the general consensus was on the thread. Let's just see what people are saying. Because if they're saying anything other than, no, obviously not, your kid's a cunt, then.
I mean, like, why would you not show your kids that you cannot behave however you like and get whatever you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is one of those threads on this subreddit where I go, obviously nobody is going to think that you're an arsehole. You know?
Surely if you scroll long enough, there are going to be people doing crazy mental gymnastics, doing some mental cheerleading, and fucking finding a way to spin it how the father is an awful because he's not supporting his kids. And they are such precious
Yeah,
little angels.
That's true.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's general consensus is no, you're not an arsehole. And a lot of questions have been asked. I was like, why is your wife such an arsehole? Why is she going for it? Which is good to see. I'm glad that people are not going mental here. Like,
I love that about Reddit is because the question was, am I an asshole? And the people are like, no, you're not. But there always needs somebody to be blamed. You know, he didn't ask anything about his wife. And they're like, yeah, that bitch. You know, like.
yeah, am I an arsehole? No, but you're fucking... See your wife? She's a dickhead. She's a big fat arsehole whore.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, fuck your wife, mister.
Okay, yeah, so let's stamp it. Let's stamp it. The case closed, shut. Not an asshole. Good job, my friend.
Not guilty.
Teach your kids. Actions have consequences. You're a good You're being a good father, idea.
Yeah.
Now, I have one.
Go on.
Ah, boy. Oh, man. This... Just reading the title, I know that this is going to get interesting. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she's ungrateful about being stay-at-home mom? You know that this is going to go crazy. The other day, I went to lunch with 4 mom friends of mine. I am a stay-at-home mom, so is one of the other moms. Of the other 3 moms, one works part-time and the other 2 full-time. One of the mom that works full-time mentioned about how they had started to pay for a cleaner to come in every other week. They both work full-time and have 2 kids and were finding they couldn't keep up with the chores. Okay, like fair enough. You have kids and you have money, obviously you're gonna get a cleaner, like it just makes your life easier. The other stay-at-home mom was agreeing with her about finding it difficult to keep the house clean when her husband does only a few chores inside the house.
Here we go.
Somebody caught a stray immediately.
Here we go.
Somebody caught a
Your
stray.
husband's an arsehole. Go on.
She told us her husband's main jobs are cooking dinner, cleaning the bathrooms, and looking after the yard. All right, that's not bad. In my opinion, that's more than fair distribution of chores considering her husband works full-time. So it's mom on mom violence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't think it's gonna be mom on mom. They have 1 child, 10 female, and no pets. I mentioned to her that it actually sounded pretty fair and that my husband has 0 cleaning chores and mostly only cooks on the weekends if he wants. I told her that he works full-time to provide for our family. I consider it my job to do the majority of the household chores. This isn't gender related in my opinion. If we both worked, I would agree about splitting chores equally and if he didn't, I would be expecting him to do the majority of the housework. I have 5 children. God damn, woman.
Stop humping.
Jesus, like fucking jackrabbits
Fucking
over
sore
here.
humps a lot.
The youngest 2 aren't in school and I am a carer for my husband's grandmother, yet still it's easy to set aside a couple of hours a day for household chores. She strongly disagreed with me and she thinks her husband should be doing more and told me couples should split houseworks equally. I told her that I think she's being ungrateful to her husband who allows her to be stay-at-home mom even now their child is older. I asked her what she does all day if she expects him to do half the chores and that she just wants an excuse to be lazy. Ooh, goddamn, this is, you did her nasty there. In the end, lunch was ruined.
Whoa, really?
Expected. She called me an anti-feminist and an asshole. 2 of our friends took her side telling me for judging her, ? Was I the asshole here? I feel like I was just pointing out the obvious.
Sum that up for me. Sum it up.
So sum it up, young Jamie.
Sum that up, young Luke.
No problem, my young Michael friend.
No, I'm old.
So basically, this woman says that even though she's a stay-at-home mother, she expects her full-time working husband to do exactly half of the chores. So she said he does cooking, he cleans the bathroom and does the yard work and works full-time. She's at home with 1 daughter who is 10, so she's not like a toddler, And the other woman call her out on that because she has 5 kids, she takes care of her husband's grandmother, which is super old, and she does all the housework because she says that that's her job because her husband works full-time. How you feel about that?
I agree with the lady who posted the thing. I work and my girlfriend doesn't work. I don't do shit around the house because I fucking work all day long. Every day of the week, I go to work, I earn all the money, she stays at home. That's fair. It's nothing to, like your woman said, it's nothing to do with gender. If she had a job and I didn't have a job, I would do all the housework. Like, that's always the way we did it. When we both had a job and a 2-year-old, we split. Whoever was home first cooked the dinner and whatever needed to be done was done. But when she stopped working, I stopped doing housework because what the fuck is she going to do all day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit needs to be done. I'm not going to do it. I'm in work.
Yeah.
That's insane. And also, your kid's 10. You don't need to do anything with a 10-year-old. Make them do the fucking housework.
Facts.
Wash the dishes there, you little fucker. That's what I'd be doing. I'm going to sit down and watch fucking EastEnders. You crack on. Do some housework. Hoover the floor.
Yeah, I also agree, and especially how she mentioned it, that it's not a gender issue, which I also agree, because like if my girlfriend was making like 200 bands a year and she was like, you want to stay at home? Boy, the house would be spotless. She would come home, I'd be on the couch fucking kicking my feet up, like, hey honey, like want a massage? Like
I would love to be a stay-at-home dad.
boy, dinner is in the oven.
Yeah.
It's gonna be done in 5 minutes. You come in here, relax. You have nothing to do for the rest of the day. She throws you a little 60 euro for a new game. Later on, if she's down, you tap some ass. Fuck you talking about,
Yeah,
man?
it's perfect.
Yeah, like
I would love that.
tell not you specifically, but people who are people who think that we are wrong at this very moment. Imagine you come home from a 12-hour shift, your wife was home all day, and you come home and you have nothing to eat.
I'm not going to be happy about that.
I'm gonna fucking eat her, man.
Well, if you're lucky.
What the fuck, man? I'm grabbing a titty and chomping off a big bite.
Me and you met specifically in a job that was physically difficult, for a contract that was taken on that was ridiculous, by the way, for anyone that's curious. A truck would come in stuffed to the fucking roof with shite, tires and boxes and anything you can fucking think of.
It was just man versus machine.
It was ridiculous. I'm talking like we were emptying this truck for fucking 7 hours straight and the truck was still full. It was a joke. Fucking throwing tires out of the back of this truck, chasing them around the yard. Like it was I've never been more tired in my life. If I went home after a full fucking day of doing that and my girlfriend was like, oh yeah, they just didn't cook the dinner yet, I'd kill her. And not like in a domestic violence way. Like I'd be very upset. I'd be like, I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking starving. I'm filthy. And you're at the bin sitting here all day scratching your fucking arse instead of cooking the dinner. Are you joking me? And the floors are dirty as well. What are you playing at? Do something. You can go tomorrow and empty the fucking truck and I'll clean the gaff.
Dude,
Gladly.
I'd rather clean the house fucking 5 times over than empty a truck in pouring rain with your bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about, man?
And anybody that disagrees with us, like, you're wrong. You're wrong. And if you're in that situation where you have a partner, man, woman, fucking whatever, identify as an octopus, I don't give a shit. If they work and you don't, and you sit at home and they come in and you expect them to like hoover the floor or fucking clean the windows, reevaluate your life. What are you doing all day? Like, if you're doing nothing, if you're not bringing in money, do some fucking housework. It's your job. It's your half of the relationship is to mind the gaff. That's the whole point. Like, gladly, if my missus start a job when she was earning more money than me and it was enough for us to fucking sustain our life, I would gladly stay at home with the kids. Gladly.
I'm telling you, man. Bet fucking ready to go to jump inside, fucking little massage oil. Yeah. Like, you get fucking spa treatment when you get home, because let's be realistic. If other person is out of the house for 11 hours a day, bro, you have 11 hours to do shit around your house.
Yeah. Also, here's my controversial take on it. When my girlfriend's doing the housework, it takes her all fucking day. If I do the housework, everything's done in 2 hours, and then I'm chilling out till she comes in. Women take too long to clean up. That's what I think. That's my sexist opinion.
I mean, probably the quality of cleaning is not the same.
Listen, it looks clean, it's clean. That's my opinion. If you can't come in and go, you could do a cleaning up, then it's done.
Yeah, I suppose. Some people hold it to a different standard, you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. And the thing that stood out to me in this one specifically, because this woman called her an anti-feminist. being a lazy piece of shit is not a feminist problem. It's a
Yeah.
problem of being a lazy piece of shit.
And also, like, what even is a feminist in that situation? You want that women should be able to sit around on their arse all day long, and then their man comes in from work and does the housework as well. You're an anti-feminist. Get a fucking job. Get a job. Your kid is 10. Get a fucking job. And then he can do housework. You're being an anti-feminist because you want to have the patriarchal role of a housewife, but also you want to be looked after by your man who's out working all day. Pick one. You can't have both.
You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. You cannot have your fucking housework and not do it. You know? Get the fuck out of here, lady.
Yeah. And like you said, especially like when I was younger and my mother was working full time, because I think I was 10, 11, like that age. And my sister would be 14 at the time. Both of our parents worked full time because like we couldn't afford not to have people working full time. You know, it's fucking Croatia. Like, so our mom in the morning, fucking list goes on the fridge. My sister's chores, my chores. You better have it done before she came home from work. Because that woman came back, she was tired, she worked hard all day, and you didn't mop the floor. Ooh! It's time for that military treatment, boy.
A whooping.
You're gonna learn.
You're gonna go get the switch.
Ah, boy, the strap comes out, you getting your ass whooped. You know what else was crazy? The fucking hot steaming a wooden spoon. When you like should be
Jesus Christ.
cooking and you fuck around in the kitchen. Oh, they go straight out the stew, right on your motherfucking ass, man. Yikes.
Oh, your man's a gangster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, she pimp slap a bitch.
No wonder you didn't want a course a few episodes ago.
Give her a cane and a furry pink robe, and she's gonna get him in check. You ain't gonna have problems. Fucking big old pinky ring across the face, boy. Crazy. But yeah, no, obviously I'm joking about domestic violence. Don't do that shit. But yeah, like, give your kid some responsibility as well. And it also ties out very good to the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
teach your kids how grown-up life works before they're grown up. Because, like, when you think about it, 10 is not that far from 18. You
Yeah.
know, it's only 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, your kid needs to start learning soon enough because they're gonna be grown up very soon. Because in the whole scheme of things, you are legally a child from 0 to 18. That is a minority of your life.
Yeah.
Most of your life, if you are lucky and you get to live to be old age, but like for most people, majority of your life is being an adult. You only get the kid privileges for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just don't be fucking around. That's the...
Because you're gonna find out.
Don't be fucking around. You're going to find out. Absolutely.
Yeah, so once again, let's just stamp the shit before we continue. I would definitely call this not an asshole move, to be honest.
Yeah, again, not guilty.
Like, okay, one thing I have to say is, like, you don't have to get into an argument over that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you did not have to give your opinion on that. Like, that whole thing could have been avoided.
Yeah, as my mother always said, if you don't have anything nice to say nothing at all.
I guess so, yeah.
And if you have been listening to this podcast, you know I did not listen to that advice at all. But sure, look, just don't be starting arguments when you're going for lunch. You ruin the whole lunch.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe pick a different time to choose it, to pick a fight.
You're going to get arrested like the fucking succulent Chinese meal, man. And then you're in for a bad time.
We're gonna put that clip in
We'll
here. You're gonna hear that.
And now for your listening pleasure, a succulent Chinese meal.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh. Ah, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there.
Oh, we've only got one.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So it gets getting in the car.
One cup, look.
Now, the next thread that we've got, and this one's gonna be spicy. I seen you sent me all the ones that have kid-related nonsense.
Ah, you have kids, so.
Yeah, but don't pigeonhole me like that. I'm more than my kids. So, am I the arsehole for having an issue with my spouse's stance on our child's last name? This is going to be opinionated. What the fuck? I, 30S, female. 30s?
I
Maybe.
guess so.
Yeah, alright, 30s.
Oh, fuck no.
Fuck, some bitch in her 30s. I'm currently expecting my husband, some dickhead in his 30s, have been together for over a decade. And I chose to keep my maiden name when we got married several years ago. He's always respected this decision. As far as future children go, I always knew our children having his surname was important to him, and I never had an issue with this. So now I'm pregnant, and after we found out, I was excited. In my excitement and babbling for the future, I mentioned the idea of a hyphenated name. Ooh, no. Which I immediately said wouldn't be practical, as it would be too much of a mouthful. I reiterated that his last name for the baby was the plan. He balked. Don't know what that word means. Anyway, he said, "Fuck you, bitch," at the idea of hyphenated names, and said kids with hyphenated names get picked on and they're ridiculous. The baby will have my name because that's the way it is. Again, the baby having his last name, I was in support of, but I was taken aback. by his comment and asked, "What do you mean? That's the way it is." He went off saying how children automatically are given their father's last name at birth, as if it's some sort of automatic legal requirement, like someone comes to hospital and enforces the father's last name on the birth certificate. Now I'm even more taken aback and questioning what the fuck he's talking about. I am not liking this. He escalated further about men who has children without their last name are schmucks, pussies, etc. I am fully stunned at this point. He has no explanation for the statement he made about fathers' names being automatically enforced by nameless, faceless entities on families at hospitals, and switched to saying, "Come on, you know this has always been important to me," which I feel is contradictory to the bizarre claim of legal enforcement. I went from having no issue with giving our child his surname to having an issue with it, as I'm upset with what I perceive to be entitlement, and even though I don't want a hyphenated name, I was still upset about him being so disgusted with the idea of my surname being included. This conversation changed the whole tone of this for me. It went from being something I had no problem doing because I knew it was important to him, to being very turned off by his recently discovered beliefs. I have addressed it twice since this originally occurred, telling him it's very off-putting and upsetting for me. He just blows up and demands to know what last name the baby will have. I know I'm hormonal and not quite myself lately, so I would like to know other people's opinions. Am I the arsehole for having such an issue with this?
Oh, God.
Some opinions on this one.
Oh, okay. Before you start going off, I can tell you're gonna go wild on me this time. Can you just give us a deal? Too long to read.
So, these two are together over 10 years. They're expecting a baby. Your man's thinking, it's gonna have my last name, standard practice. And she's going, yeah, that's the plan. And then she got excited and said something about a hyphenated name. Buddy went on a mad one and said, absolutely not, get the fuck out of here. And now she's upset. She's upset because she decided to change the plan and he got annoyed over it. Long story short, pregnant women going pregnant women, and she's wrong.
Wait, so they're not arguing about the first name, they're arguing about surname.
The last name, yeah.
And hyphenated means it has a little thing on top.
Yeah,
Like
no, yeah, so like, it would be like if you had a kid, your girlfriend's last name, little dash, your last name.
Okay.
So it'd be baby, Luca's girlfriend, Luca. Last name.
No, Luca goes first.
Okay, Luca's last name.
Luca first.
Me first. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, lady. I agree with your husband. 100%. 100%. And I also agree with his point of a man who lets his child not have his last name is a fucking little bitch boy.
That's crazy.
For example, I don't have my father's last name because he is a little bitch boy.
Self-burn.
Little piece of shit. No, not self-born. It's a born for him. Because he's a bitch. He's a fucking little pussy ass bitch. That's what he is.
Jesus.
My
fuck,
kids
man.
have my name and they wouldn't have been getting any other fucking name. If as a man, right, you don't get like the bond with kids is not straight away. It's not the same as what women have. Women have like instantly, like soon as they find out they're pregnant, like they absolutely love the fuck out of this baby. Just straight away. No questions asked. It's not the same for men. You know, that's why babies come out looking like their fathers, so that the fathers will bond with the kids. Science.
Why, that's a fact.
Fact.
Wow.
So also, he needs to have my last name. You know what I mean? That's very important to me. I don't know, people might have different opinions, but if you think you're going to have kids with me and that kid's not going to have my last name, get the fuck out of here. It's not happening. No way. And hyphenated names, get the fuck out of here with that as well. That is some posh bullshit. Kids be having fucking 16 names nowadays. We worked with a person whose kid's name was Ellie Mae. And now imagine 2 last names on that as well. Ellie Mae some shit. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need 4 names.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Beep, 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 beep.
not even disagree, just my stance is not so strongly opinionated on that. I genuinely feel like that last name does not matter. Who gives a fuck?
Me.
The girl is called Ellie Mae fucking O'Shea Murphy, whatever the fuck it is. You know, people are just gonna call her Ellie. Nobody gives a fuck what goes afterwards.
No. You're not allowed to call her Ellie. If you call her Ellie, she gives you shit.
See,
You have to call her Ellie Mae.
are they just being a dickhead?
But that's what people who do that are like. That's what people who do that are like. When we had our youngest in the hospital, they put on the like little fucking wristband that they put on them, like baby, my girlfriend's last name. And I was furious. I said, what the fuck is this? And the nurse was like, I was like, no, that's not his last name. His last name's my last name. Change it. And they wouldn't change it.
Okay, I honestly, I don't see this standpoint. I really don't.
And then
care.
we got sent out a file like of some stuff. The hospital sent you out a file, and it was like his name and her last name. And I was like, no, that's not his name. It's my name. Get it changed.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't care about if my girlfriend said she wants a hyphenated name, like the one that has my surname and her surname, don't care. If she wants the baby to have her surname, once again, don't care. If she wants my son to be called like Gaylord or some shit, big problem. Like, I don't care. Surname is something that you don't choose. Surname is something you just have. Like, to me, I don't know. I see why you feel that way, but I just don't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I really don't
Well, yeah,
care.
but like, that's fine. But like for me, that's how they're my kids. You know what I mean?
But they're her kids too.
Yeah, but they're my kids. They're my kids. You know what I mean? It's not. They're my. I can't explain it, but they're mine. That's how people know they're mine.
Yeah, that's monkey brain right there.
Yeah, it is. It's pure primitive fucking nonsense. But they're mine. That's the only that's so for example to go back to the last one, I work all the time. If the kids are ever out somewhere, they're with Jade. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that they're Jade's kids. Everywhere they go, say for example school, Jade collects them from school every day. Parent teacher meetings, Jade gets them. It's always Jade, and they have my last name. So when I show up to collect them, if it's like, oh, well, how are you? I'm like, I'm their dad. Oh, well, can you prove it? Yeah, they're mine. They have my last name. They're mine. They're my kids. If I couldn't. I have to. They're mine.
I mean, yeah, of course. That's the whole point of this fucking thing, is that we're not gonna agree on absolutely everything.
Fuck you, you're wrong. No, but like, so obviously you grew up, both your parents are still together, all good, happy family. I didn't have that. Like, my dad fucked off when I was 2. So I don't have his last name. I never had his last name because he was a fucking waster. So to me, like, if my kids didn't have my last name, that's me being shit. You know what I mean? Why does she not want them to have my last name? That's the way I look at that. Like, they're mine. If it's like, that's how people associate those kids with me. You know what I mean?
I have to do one of them, and there it is.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you started that strong, I knew that like there was something that you're not telling me. You know what I
deeper.
mean? Yeah, it's deeper than that. But look, man, that's what I'm saying. Now even more, I understand why you feel that way. But like, I genuinely, and also, I have to say that that's not really a situation that happens in Croatia very often, because like people in Croatia, especially that have kids together, are so much more often married.
Yeah.
And in Ireland, there's a lot of people who live together for 20 years. They are fucking have three kids together. They're not married.
Yeah.
But in Croatia, if a woman has kids, you automatically assume she's married. And if she's married, she automatically has her husband's last name.
Right.
So for kids, there's no choice, because like my mom and my dad have the same last name.
Yeah.
Because they got married. So my mom got my dad's last name. Like, that's how it goes. So like, I never even had I don't know, it was never a thing to me, you know what I mean? Like, oh, these kids could have 2 last names or whatever. Like, now I'm in a situation where my girlfriend, I don't know, would she take my last name if we got married? I'm not sure, would she? But even if she doesn't, last name of my kids really does not mean anything. Like,
Yeah, see, like, if me and Jade got married, I wouldn't expect her to take my last name. It wouldn't bother me. But the kids have to have my last name.
but you have 2 kids, why not go 1 for 1? She
No.
gets one, you get one.
No. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. Not in a million years.
Okay, let's go back to the original subject. I'm gonna say this. Lady, you are an asshole a little bit just because you said one thing and then you backtrack on it.
Yeah.
Like, you had an agreement and then you jump back, which is obviously like, I don't know, to me that means a lot, because to me we're this bond. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like, if you say some shit, that's how it is. Don't fucking backtrack it. If we shook hands on that bitch, it's fine. But like, if suddenly it's a big problem, and it was a big problem a couple months ago when you made that agreement, yeah, you're kinda, but also the guy is kinda wild, because he was like, oh, pussy, bitches, all that shit. Like,
I agree with him. I think he's right.
To me, that's a little bit too overreaction, you
I
know?
think he's spot on. Fuck that bitch.
Father,
Call your kids the right name. Give them his name. Unless his name is something weird. Unless he has a weird last name, then that's different. But if he has like just a regular name, then go for it.
okay, so would you call this woman an asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All pregnant women are arseholes. That's just
Oh.
a fact.
Oh,
That's a fact.
oh.
It's not your fault, but it's just science. You're fucking arseholes when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Fact.
See, ladies, remember, pregnancies are really tough one, man.
Yeah, they are. They are. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. This is a comedy podcast. Let's not forget that. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say she's an arsehole generally, but don't go back on what you said. That I don't agree with that. If you say some shit, then mean it.
Yeah, but also you're right on that one. She's pregnant, so let's give her some leeway. You know what I mean?
Small bit. Let's not go mad now.
I'm sure while your girlfriend was pregnant that you were doing some crazy shit to make her happy.
She got away with murder.
Yeah.
She got away with fucking murder.
So honestly, we're keeping the same standard for everybody. I cannot call this one. Yes, maybe you were an asshole, but also you're pregnant, so like honestly, you deserve to be an asshole. Like, you are going through a very tough physical time in your life and emotional. So like, if you're an asshole, you're excused. You know what I mean?
You get a pass.
Yeah, you get a pass. Cannot be dogging on a fucking pregnant lady.
Case dismissed.
Yeah, perfect. Case dismissed.
Case dismissed.
I got another one. A fucking title, man. Yo, brother, man. I love these people on Reddit. I fucking love them. Am I the asshole for audibly saying "bruh" when my sister announced she was pregnant again?
Bruh.
Bruh. She was like, I'm pregnant.
Bruh.
So, hello. I'm female 16, a younger sister to Lori, 26 female. Me and Lori have never been close since we had different dads. I was an affair baby. An affair baby. Who calls it that way?
You illegitimate bastard.
Yeah, you little bastard. That's what you are. She always resented me for ruining her family, but whatever. Lori has 6 kids. Yes, 6.
Sir Humsala, part 2.
Twin boys Beck and Joe, who are 7, plan. No, don't give me fucking names. Don't give a fuck, man. Keep it pushing. Despite the fact that Lori is incapable of taking care of these kids, 4 of them were actually planned because she knows my pushover mom will give her money and watch the kids. My mom even quit her job to do so, even turning her workroom into a nursery for Carl. We're pretty well off, but we can't do this forever. I try not to judge and just ignore Lori like she does me. Even though when my mom is busy doing something like changing a diaper, I have to step in and help. Especially with the twins since they're very rough with each other. Oh, the twins do be fine.
Oh, they do.
Mortal Kombat in there. Tonight at dinner, Lori's boyfriend joined, a father to just Carl. Bro, there's like 7...
I'm lost.
There's like 7 kids and like 3 baby daddies.
box of hamsters
Yeah,
crawling
this
all over each
woman
other.
fucked everybody, man. Everybody got some. This wasn't abnormal, so I didn't think anything of it until my sister said she had some exciting news. I wish she'd say something else, but I knew what she was going to say. I'm pregnant, she would say. Everyone went dead silent until I said,
Bruh.
I don't mean to say it out loud, but come on. Lori gave me a death stare and said if I wanted to say something, I should just say it. So I did. Oh, she was like, she was like,
Bruh.
she was like, if you had something to say, I was like, bet, I do. She was like, I like that, you know.
Yeah.
She got cold on the shit and she immediately went straight for the throat. Respectable. Lori, this is your, and in brackets, I take moment to count. She's like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 6th child. You know we can't keep supporting you. Without mom, you'd be on the streets and you know that. You know that. Look at mom. She's so tired. Mom is like a melting ice cream in the corner.
Snoring.
She's always taking care of your kids and so am I. I'd bet I've changed more diapers than you have, you selfish bitch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oof size large.
She began to cry. Oh, God, I hate when people do that. And ran out into her boyfriend's car. So one of her boyfriends was parked outside. There was a whole fleet of cars.
Boyfriend number 2.
He follows her and drove off. My mother then began to cry. She left to go out Carl back to bed since he woke up. It was just me and Lori's father. He began to yell and told me I was a brat and Lori was a great mother, then he stormed off. I am sitting here in the morning watching the boys. I'm thinking, was it too obnoxious? My mom says that a lot. I don't mean to be because of my autism, but come on. Please give some feedback, Reddit. Okay, so TLDR for this motherfucker. So this girl is 16 years old and her sister is pumping out kids like Jackrabbit once again. I think she's ovulating like 27 out of 30 days a month or some shit like that.
It's Willy Wanker and the Baby Factory.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, this woman is just pumping them out. And she's not taking good care of her children. She's very neglective. According to our poster here, she is a very neglective mother. She does not take care of her kids, and her mom and her 16-year-old self are minding the kids, changing the diapers while she is out there making another one, I suppose. So, yeah. Do you want to start off? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sister's a bitch. Are you a bitch for calling out your sister for having too many kids? No. Somebody has to fucking deal with it. Your ma's not doing it. I don't have a problem with that.
We need to move Lonzo.
That ain't no problem.
Huh?
That ain't no problem.
Well,
In the words of Michael Jackson,
When
and
did
also,
he
don't
say
touch
that?
your baby. Don't touch the baby. Leave the baby alone, Michael. But it's in a song. I'll cut it in. I'll cut it in there somewhere. But yeah, like, fucking stop. Stop. You have too many kids. There's no need for having so many kids. And then also, if somebody says, hey, listen, that you probably have too many fucking kids. You know, that's not a problem. I don't think so.
I mean, like, it's really giving me off like trailer park trash vibes,
Yeah.
except they have money.
Yeah.
So it's like mansion park trash.
Imagine if your sister had like 5 kids. Now, like, current everything situation the way it is now, your sister just keep coming home having kids. You would go, hey, stop having fucking kids, will you? Like, it's enough. It's enough kids.
I'm gonna say it like this. I don't mind how many kids you have, right? The number does not matter to me. Once, when your kid making capabilities are spilling over into my life and you're expecting me to mind your kids so often and basically co-parents your children because like apparently you cannot fucking use contraception to save your life. You know my mother, boy, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids. I'm not minding your kids full time, boy. If I wanted to do that, I'd knock my girlfriend up. I ain't
Okay.
I ain't fucking.
That's a way of putting it.
Yeah, man. Like if I wanted to love a child and fucking mind the child, I'd have my own kids.
Yeah.
Boy, like my own flesh and blood. I'm not gonna be a full-time co-parent because your fucking cousin or whatever is fucking like a rabbit, man.
Yeah.
And-
It's too many.
Yeah, and of course, like you're 100% correct for calling her out because, like, what are you people gonna open up a fucking crash just for this one woman? You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna be working full time. She's gonna be paying you like €7 an hour to fucking mind her 12 children, boy. Like, what are you, the fucking apostles from the Bible? You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta go football team size, you know,
Yeah.
like fucking. Whatever, Nelson Family FC, boy, like, what the fuck? Like, fucking Laurie's football squad.
Yeah. It's a fucking 5-a-side team. Just 2 5-a-side teams going.
They play each other, but, like, you just gotta fucking get a football pitch.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I would say no. Like, you have every right to be upset.
Yeah. I agree. Your sister's an arsehole. This has been a team of the other person in situations. Just everyone's catching a strays. Every case we've had, somebody's catching a stray. The friend, the wife,
Yeah.
the sister,
Yeah, like, so I did this
the
thing.
kid. These are all cunts.
Yeah, I did this thing, am I the asshole? By the way, this other guy, fuck that guy.
Yeah, this should really be. This shouldn't be called a mighty arsehole. It should be called. Is this other person an arsehole? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I would give you advice like this. Stop helping your sister with the kids. It is not your responsibility. You do not owe your sister anything. And
Also, you're 16. Like, that's too young.
yeah,
It's not fucking 16 and pregnant over here. Like, fuck that shit.
but also I'm gonna throw a stray out there. I'm
Here we go.
spraying some, like the mom is catching it right now too. Like, your mother knows that you're a 16-year-old girl and she is not standing behind you and she's forcing you, not forcing you, but endorsing this idea that you're gonna be a mom to your sister's kids. Your mother needs to be an adult here and explain to your sister that you are 16, you have your own life, you need to live your childhood before you can be a parent. And like, yeah, I feel like your mom should have your back and she doesn't. So fuck that bitch. Anyways,
So, in summary, insert your mom's a hoe.
yeah, if your mother makes you take care of other people's kids, your mom's a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not an asshole. Good job for standing up for yourself. You did a lot better than a lot of 16-year-old people would do in that situation. Keep that going. When people are taking advantage of what you do for them, stand up for yourself. Good job.
Yeah,
Keep
not-
doing that.
Not guilty.
Yeah, not guilty. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, go on. You're grand.
Yeah, that was our last story for today, so we're gonna wrap it up. For today. That was once again very fun, man. These ratings are good.
Not a lot of assholes today, which is good. I think we had some, not a lot of OP assholes, but
A lot of strays were
stray
caught.
arseholes. Yeah, stray arse. We'll have to call the fucking arsehole catcher to come and get them. Bring them to the arsehole pound.
You know what this was like? Them fucking Middle Eastern weddings when somebody takes a fucking AK and just sprays into the air while they're dancing,
Yeah.
just a full clip. Everybody got some.
Yeah, that's what it was. But listen, thanks for listening. Send us in some feedback, and we'll talk to you the next time.
Love y'all. Bye bye.
That was grand, man. That was grand. That was a grand joke.